guys, how we doing tonight? Hello Wonky Womp, Star Road Classic, and Lucas. So, let's see, is the audio maybe a little lower? Alright. So basically, I started a little later today because I decided I wanted to do something special today because I only have 2 days off and my birthday falls on a chores day. So I decided to take a small trip out of town, treat myself and stuff, and now I'm back in town. Well, yeah, long story short, I took a 2-hour drive to Mall of America, and it was pretty good. But you're not here to, but let's just get to the nitty gritty. Yeah, I mean, might as well, it's only like 2 hours. But on to today's art stream. Hello, Smithykins. Yeah, a little later than normal, but I hope you guys don't mind. So anyway, art stream today is gonna be moments from VRChat from last stream. So basically, the Oolong Johnson moment, Mallow swinging from the swing set, and the Five Nights at Freddy's bit. Because I thought those were fun moments. But one more thing I should address. Like, I've watched the VOD, and near the end, there was a bit of a kerfuffle in the comments. So let me just say this now. At the end of the day, we're here to have fun. And if you don't have anything nice to say about the game we're playing, then just keep it to yourself. Alright, but in the meantime, let's switch to some lo-fi hip-hop. Alright. And let's get started. So yeah, the mall was pretty good. Right, exactly. Thank you, Rose T. Like, if you've had a bad experience with VRChat, I'm sorry that happened, but it doesn't mean you get to dunk on the models. Alright. But now, well, the mall was great. Getting there was a hassle and a half because, like, there was construction going on everywhere. Like there's a bridge, like there was a bridge being renewed. There's lanes being closed. Like most of all the traffic was like almost at a standstill. And it wasn't even rush hour. I think at one of the stretches of when I was getting there, like there was a car accident of sorts. Like, I gotta look at one of the cars, and it looked like fire erupted from inside. Like, the rims around the windows were charred. Like, I don't know what happened, but I hope the driver is okay, and the passengers. Yeah, like, do I even want to know what happened? Like, there was a fire truck and everything. Heck, as I was getting home, someone almost veered into the median and almost lost control of their car while going 60 miles per hour, mind you. Yeah, I don't mind driving. I hate driving around the cities because I don't know, that's where all those lanes and such, I get nervous around those. And it doesn't help that most of the construction is happening near the cities. Pair that up with rush hour and it just... Like, I understand. We gotta make sure all the bridges and roads are maintained. We can't have them falling apart. And we have to... And we gotta fix them up. I get it. I'm just impatient. But anyway, that's why I'm not sure I want to drive a car on my... Well, driving a car, in my opinion, is fun in more rural areas. Like, as long as you obey the rules of the road. But yeah, if I were to live in the city again, I'd just rely on public transportation, because no way in heck am I driving there. I'm legally too stupid. Oh, don't say that. Even smart. Well, I'm sure you can drive if you put your mind to it. It's like they say, it's like riding a bike. Plus cars, expensive gas, expensive insurance. Yeah. Actually, gas at one of the gas stations nearby was $2.74, which is honestly pretty good compared to $2.99. Here's the funny thing, I don't even know how to write. Oh. Well, like I said, once you learn both of them, it's hard to forget. Sometimes you feel like you're doing it subconsciously. I remember my first time being behind the wheel of my dad's truck as he was teaching me the basics, and I'm like, oh my god, there's a lot to take in. I think my biggest sin when it comes to driving is that I'm a serial flincher. Like, I want to make sure I have a clear path before I merge onto a lane. I mean, I did drive a car on a birthday party a friend of mine had some months ago, but it was pure... Ooh, go-karts, those are... That's a different story. I don't like them. Mostly because of the whiplash I get. But my brother, he used to love go-karting. Oh, you do that, Star Road. So while I was at the mall, I stopped at the arcade. Well, at the very few ones they had, because they used to have like a Dave & Buster's, but it's not around anymore, which depresses me because I love going to arcades. But the one I went to was also pretty good too. I was able to win like 1,700 tickets. Yeah, they don't have that anymore at Mall of America, which sucks. Ooh! Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Ooh, haven't had that one. Alright. Yeah, I went there once. It was great. But now it's not there anymore. Actually, a lot of restaurants on the 4th floor aren't there anymore. But I think it's because it's like on the 4th floor and out of the public eye. Maybe? I don't know. But anyway, I won like 1,700 tickets. Granted, I spent a lot, but I was able to win like an Enderman plushie and a plastic Minecraft sword, so I didn't leave empty-handed. Let's see, I'm trying to find... Oh, I can just type it in. I have a Dave & Buster's in my area, but it's an hour away. I think the closest arcade I have in my hometown is like... Guess who uploaded an OC to Art Fight? It took me an hour, but I kept... Ooh! Oh yeah, you're... Oh yeah, I keep forgetting Art Fight is next month. I'm so excited. I've already uploaded the Star Dolls, but I'm thinking maybe I can upload Botnet? Would that be okay? I haven't either, Rose. Let's see. There's so many models of this guy. Okay, I'll have to set up a proper profile for him. I'm trying to determine what characters to use or hold. I recommend holding off on... I recommend hiding the ones that got the most fan art. Or at least for me. Like, Virgo got the most, so I'm hiding her for this year. Because I want the others to have some time to shine. I'm trying to find... Okay. There we go. Ah, hey, I didn't mean to do that. No. Oh, yeah, I was able to... Yeah, I'm lucky I was able to grab one before the scalpers did. I am paranoid when it comes to that kind of stuff. I've been making some Luigi's Mansion 4 concept lately. I even finished some concept art of the big main boss before this stream started. Ooh! Cool beans, you want to share? Well, when in doubt. As much as I would love to get the Switch 2, I don't feel ready to get it yet. I'm just securing it before. My dad was able to get one from Walmart at launch. They had 20 of them in stock, and he was the second one in line to get it for me. Good for him. That was... Because I have a feeling those are gonna sell pretty quick. Like, I think I had the second to last one that had the bundle. Making snowboarding goggles in Utopia is hard. Dude, I can't even make goggles. Another funny story that happened... At like the mall, like I ate at like this Shake Shack kind of restaurant where they have like burgers, shakes, fries, that kind of stuff. And like I ordered a milkshake with it, but I ordered it with no whipped cream. So they brought it to me. There was whipped cream on it. I pointed it out, and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'll let me fix it for you." They come back. They gave me another one, and it still had whipped cream on it. And they're like, "Oh, darn it, not again. Let me fix it for you." And finally, they brought one out with no whipped cream. And they're like, "We're really sorry for the inconvenience." And I'm like, "It's okay. It was probably like a technical glitch because I ordered through the computer." I'm not gonna hold it against them. They probably don't get many. They probably don't get that many orders of milkshakes with no whipped cream. I'm looking at eBay for. Oh no. Well, I don't have a Switch 2. I enjoyed Deltarunes 3 and 4. Won't say anything more, but it's quite a ride. I've heard stories about it. Like Twitter's been on. Here they are. Ooh! Okay. Ooh. Lucas, may I show this to everyone? Okay, let me see. Let's see if I can find it. No, not that one. Where is it? Here it is. Yeah, these look pretty cool. They kind of remind me of gummy bears in a way. But yeah, looking pretty good so far. Cool beans. Alright. The Boglings. Are they also based on the Oh yeah, you're right, the Possessors! Yeah, dude. Are they able to possess? Let's see, I gotta figure out this guy's color palette. Like, I can't find it. I can't find it no matter what. Alright. Let's see. Like, I have to look at that video again. By the way, the VRChat video is on my Twitch channel right now and not on YouTube. Cause one, I'm kind of scared of copyright. Cause there was like one copyright song in there. And two, I'm comfortable being on YouTube. I'm not sure the others are, so I'll leave it up to them. Okay. Okay. There we go. Now we go. There's so many fun worlds in VR. I mostly visit worlds with video games. Okay, easy. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've kind of clocked out on Tomodachi Life. Like, once Varzalina was expecting a child, I'm like, I've had my fun. I'm just gonna wait until the next one releases to continue. Cause like, for me, it kind of hit a point where like, Vivian and Gino are married, and Donovan got married, and he's expecting a kid, and that's like, I think I've hit my peak. There's not much left to do. VRChat is really fun to do, and I do miss hanging out with folks on there. Yeah, like once this is over, I'm gonna go back on there and find some more worlds that we can explore, like just us. And I'm gonna make sure that they're not as public. Oh, this was an inspiration tool, too. The Bachmeyers can possess stuff thanks to the new powers King Boo gave them. Ooh. Up to his old mischief as usual, that King Boo. Okay, but that's another thing I wanted to figure out for like Thursday. Like, I want to do Mario Kart, but I have to figure out if I can actually create a room or actually connect online, because at Mario Kart 8, it did not like my internet for like whatever reason, and I can't, and contacting them is kind of hard because, like, it's not an individual. They, like, provide internet for the whole apartment building, so I don't think they'd have an answer for it. So hopefully with Mario Kart World, I can actually host a room. If I can, then Thursday is gonna be a little crazy. But if not, we'll just go back to Mario-Mon and maybe do a little VR chat. If you guys are up for it, who knows? But like, I really want to play Mario Kart. It's actually pretty fun, and like, it's actually a lot trickier than I remember, cause like, even on 100cc, like, it can, yeah, like, I'd be up for that on next Monday, or Thursday if I can't get Mario Kart working. But like, but like, this is the new Switch too, it'd have to be... Yeah, I've been trying to like, get everything, like starting from 50cc and working my way up to 100, just to get myself familiar with the courses. And like, it's impressive of what you can get away with. Like, I've seen some posts on Twitter about it, about all these insane shortcuts people are taking, and it's like, bruh, how'd you even pull that off? I can barely jump. How are these guys doing this? Like, my strategy is just to drift and do as many tricks in the air as I can. Like, I'm no pro. I just race for funsies. I don't have the right color shoes, but is it bad that I'm low-key dreading our fight? It's okay. I can actually kind of understand. It can get a little overwhelming. But remember, it's not like a competition. It's just for fun. But yeah, I can kind of understand, like, kind of dreading it. There's part of... In fact, there's part of... no! There's part of me that's, like, really nervous. Like, I'm gonna have to balance doing all these art trades alongside... Oh. Well, I'll be sure to... Well, if you have more, well, I'll visit your page when Art Fight comes. Actually, have they revealed the teams yet, or is that not until like late June? Well, if that's the case, I gotta go upload my critters. Yeah, the more the merrier. Oh, the 22nd. Ooh. Wait, the 22nd. What date does that fall on? That's Sunday. I kind of want to add more of my weapon characters to our fight. I just gotta get off my rear end and actually draw them, like the Iron Fan Lotus. It's basically, I want to draw, but I'm tired from work. But I gotta work, cause art alone won't pay the bills. Cool beans, I'll be on the lookout for them. Oh no, no. There we go. Have you completed Mario? Not quite. Like I said, for me I got a job, but I'm tired from being really depressed for no... Bro, I know that feeling. I know that feeling as well. It's like, I want to draw, but I don't have any motivation, or I'm too sad. I feel like that's part of the being an artist bundle. It's like you have the ability to draw, but only when you're feeling either inspired or motivated or both. Like I should be fine, nothing too bad happened this day, but I feel like honestly, I've had days like those. But what's important is that you're alive, and that we have what we have. For me, it's I want to draw, but I want to play games, but I want to stream, but too busy. Yeah. I think that's another thing for me. I get sidetracked. It's like I want to draw, but I also want to watch YouTube videos. It's like I can't focus without the YouTube videos. That's okay. Streaming's not. I get that. Like sometimes I feel like people. Sometimes I feel like people can make fun of my stuttering. But I feel like streaming actually helps me out in a way. Like when I'm streaming, I'm like focused on drawing. Wait, maybe... That's not what I wanted to do. Alright. My mom just got home. I need to go hiss. Oh, only if she did something bad. Oh, maybe... That didn't look right. No, it's a silly thing me and my mom do. Oh, okay. Like, as long as no harm comes from it. If I had enough of an audience for a stream, I feel like... With the freezes? I had a thought and I don't know what happened to it. Alright. Alright. Alright, pretty good. If you want to know, I've just unlocked all the characters in Mario, and Fishbone was the last one to unlock for me. It took... Did I unlock Fish? I don't remember. I don't remember if I did. The most boring character in the game. I've been playing as Snowman for most of it, cause like it's the cutest thing in the world. Just a snowman with a smiling face, and it's like, yep, that's my racer. Another thing you gotta unlock are all the costumes, which can probably take a while, like trying out all those good, tasty looking snacks from Yoshi's. Like, if Nintendo ever decides to launch a Mario cookbook, since you didn't complete, I'll ask you in a more vague. You mean Peach's voice change? Not really. I haven't... Ooh, yeah. Cook some hot dogs. Those are also good antidepressants. Let me see if I can... Ooh, better idea. Let me see. Oops, soup. Gonna make 3 even though I'm supposed to be... Oh! Why don't you just shrink it down? Why don't you... So... How about you make like 2 and add like a side dish, like potato chips? I feel like I can make these just a little bit bigger, maybe? Ooh, maybe not that big. Alright. Well, it is my eating hour, so I get to treat myself. Yeah, like, have like a hot dog and with like a few sides, like broccoli, maybe some like pretzels on the side. I don't know. I'm just snowballing here. I'm not exactly the type of person to talk to when it comes to food diets. I can't cook anything other than hot dogs, I fear. Ah. Well, you know, well then, like, have something simple. Well, keep it simple then, like pretzels, or I don't know. I feel like I should make that shading a little more harsher. Yeah, okay, now we're getting somewhere. Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah, I heard they didn't warn her, and that's kind of a low blow. Cheese dogs? Hell yeah. Ooh, maybe... Brain blast, I got an idea. add some buildings here. So it's not completely empty. Maybe a little darker. Maybe I can add a few more stars here. Maybe I can add like little stars here and there. Because I want this to be like an actual scene. There we... Actually, now that I look at this, we need to add... I think I know what we need to add. We need... There we go. Like, VRChat making Metopias is good for the soul. Heck yeah. If it makes you happy and it's not like physically destroying you, then I call it a good thing. Alright. Now for the text. So basically what happened in VRChat is me and Star Road went to the McDonald's world, and they were Kirby and I was the Black Mage, and there were cars driving around, and I basically decided to reference the South Park episode about the dangers of memes. Basically standing in front of like an oncoming train or cars, yelling the words "Oh Long Johnson, oh Long Johnson" before you get struck. I can send a link to a clip of it. Alright. I'll send it. How are the eyebrows over the headband? Uh-oh. Oh, I just remember. Oh no! Oh no. What? I just exited out my chat box. Dang it. Oh no. Oh, forget about the clip. We got a problem. Uh-oh. No. What is going on here now? Darn it. Oh no, this is... I want to see... Love how it looks, thank you! having a problem. Yeah. Uh-oh. Okay. There we go, there we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, now I can see chat again. Good gracious. Forget about the clip. But yeah, just look up South Park Olong Johnson. You'll find what I'm talking about. Okay. I love the fact it's not. Huh. No wonder I was having trouble finding it. All right. Okay. Oh no. Like in the episode, there's this like the kids are like trying out memes and such, and they're finding out their favorite one is like outdated, and suddenly a new meme comes along, and there's this guy who's like, memes are dangerous, they'll kill you and such. It's just really funny. And I think I might have made that a little too big. Alright. No. Oh, I made it all the way down there. Silly. There we go. Oh, it's from Mario. I thought that this... Actually, now that I'm looking at it, doesn't his cape remind you of Gino's? Holy fuck, it's not funny anymore, clip be like. Or that one clip of them finally getting rid of that one duo with the old-timey piano. Alright. Right now for the finishing touches, because, like, how long have we been going on for this? Okay. Yeah, like... Ooh. Okay. Rasterize the type and then merge. And then... let's give it some more oomph. Let's add a lens flare because we can. Ooh, okay, okay. We're getting somewhere. Then... Alright. Top 10 moments before disaster in anime. Memes are no joke. Alright, and then we will add the CRT lines. noise. Actually, now that I think about it, nah, we're good. Finally, the shading. Like VRChat is probably like a treasure trove of art ideas. And I think this is a good one to stop on. And I did that without saving once. Yay me. Okay. So the next one is gonna be from the Five Nights at Freddy's world. Maybe I should resize this a little more. Depending on how thick the brush is. Yeah, maybe I can resize it just a teeny bit. Cause like when transferring from the Macintosh, it's Star Road, Smithykins, and Gasiva were in this, and there were two moments there that stood out for me. One was when I, being Vivian, was in the music box, and I don't know who was who. With Smithykins was Mac, and I believe it was Star Road who was Bonnie the animatronic. And I remember one question being asked, like, Mac, do you have like a child's soul in you? And he's like, and Mac replies with, I don't think they have those in factory. This whole thing is like a giant sitcom. I plan on making a Mystery Dungeons. Ooh, nice. That's another thing I want to do when I get enough hours and I'm allowed to upload stuff. Like, one of the things I really want to try is like making my own avatars, because like I haven't done 3D modeling in like nearly a decade. Or 3D animation for that matter. And like I know it's a lot of work, but it's something I want to try dipping my toes in again. Well, I did it for college. One of the courses was like 3D animating, 3D modeling, and I believe the first legitimate 3D model I did was like of a locomotive. I don't know what model or type it was, but it was a big engine. And I did the best I could to make it look as detailed as I could, but there was a lot of details on that thing. You in the music? Yeah, Vivi in a bucket. Well, I was basically imitating the puppet. Like do 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 do. But yeah, back on topic. I wouldn't mind like at least trying to make an avatar. Like, I figured maybe the best way to start is with my star dolls, because most of them have like simple shapes, and I think the best one to start with is like Onyx, because he doesn't have a mouth. And his arms are like flat pieces of fabric. So he would probably be the best one to start with. I've actually wanted to do a 3D modeling again myself. Maybe do like a low poly step. Ooh, yeah, maybe I could start with that. Yeah, As cheesy as it is, I've always enjoyed that Mario 64 low poly models. Maybe I can do that, but with Illumina. But here's a question: is it possible to like have like a speaking animation where it shifts from like an open mouth texture to a closed mouth texture? Is it possible to do in like Unity? Yeah, because that's something I thought would be kind of cool. Yeah, I would need to like watch a lot of tutorials. There are quite a lot of VR tutorials on YouTube. Yeah, because like the PNG, because like the texture switch talking trick is another one I want to try with like Ivory, because his head is like a TV, so I could probably work with like a PNG of his face. I can at least get the shapes fine and colors shapes fine, but doing the textures and really dated, but that's what makes them kind of charming. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 3D modeling gets pretty technical. And technology is something I struggle with on a day-to-day basis, but I'm still trying to get better at it. It's like now there are days where I feel like, wow, now I know how those people at the how some folks at the self-checks feel when using when trying to use the electronic registers. Drawing, sprite work, and 3D modeling. Yeah. Like that's kind of my problem. Like I see an art form and I'm like, I want to give it a try. I don't care how bad I'll suck at it. Voice acting, I can't voice act for crap. But you do a very good Mario and Luigi impersonation, Wonky. You could legitimately start like a YouTube channel where you read like Mario comics and do the Mario voices. Boop. The character is done. Oop. Ooh, do send a link. So, would it be alright if I shared with the class? Yeah, no, my vocal cords got wrecked when a fungus grew on them. Like I can't scream anymore because of that. The cheese dogs are done. Yeah. Okay, so easy. Basically what happened was I had quite a bad cold from post-nasal drip where I would constantly get the sensation of coughing. So I just kept going to the local clinic and they prescribed me some antibiotics. So I've kept taking them and eventually my voice just went away and I'm like, well, what's going on? And the doctors were like, oh, this is just a side effect of this is just a cold, you'll get over it. Voice was still gone. Oh, take some of these antibiotics, then they'll go away. Then your voice will return. Still nothing. And they're like, okay, we're generally stumped. And finally, my dad saw how much I was getting frustrated by this, and he's like, I'll recommend you to an ENT I know. Maybe he'll figure it out. So I went there, had the whole camera shoved down your nasal cavity, and they discovered. And then he says to me, hey, have you been taking a lot of antibiotics? And I'm like, yeah, why? And then he tells me that overdoing antibiotics has caused a fungus to grow on my vocal cords. So basically he just prescribed me a different antibiotic and like a different nose spray, and next thing I knew, my voice came back. So apparently overdoing. Yeah, but that's the thing, like, antibiotics can help you, but if you over rely on them, they'll start screwing up your body's like immune system or whatnot, and apparently it just started to cause a. When was this? It was like 2 years ago. I remember drawing like Malo being muted as a way to cope. But it's fine now. I can still talk now. I have my voice back. But like it was kind of frustrating for me because when working I have to talk to customers, and it's kind of frustrating when you try to talk and all you hear in return is like, what? I can't hear you. And I'm fine now. But it's like, also I am kind of, but also I'm way more careful when it comes to antibiotics in general, because like they can help, but like most things in life, too much of it is a bad thing. Oh, alright. Can I show? Yes, please. Ooh, alright. Ooh! I'm low-key scared of pills after the incident that occurred. Ooh. Well, whatever it is, I hope you're doing okay. That's actually really cool. I'm getting kind of like rocket power vibes from this dude. I also like that they have the trans flag on their headband. That's so cool. Also, I think you did a really good job with the goggles. Do they have a name yet? He's a snowboarder? Cool beans. Alright, where am I? There I am. Alright. Crystal! It was originally... Ah, okay. I like that. That's actually really cool. So do they have like ice powers? Oh, I'm so ready for our fight. Hell yeah. Oh, they just like snowboarding? That's fair too. Forgive me for the reference, but yes. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, I just realized the hardness was set to 0. Uh-oh. That should be fine, though. Regarding about the voice act, as fun as that would be, I'm usually nervous about approaching people about it if they'd be okay to do voice stuff and I can get selective at time. There's characters that I can't voice. They yearn for the snow slopes. Well, I meant like... Well, honestly, I think... Hey, I appreciate that pun. Or joke, or however you... There are some comics with just Mario and Luigi. You can always do that, and... Like, honestly, as long as you're having fun, it should be fine. Like, it never hurts to ask people. Like, the worst they can do is say no, right? Like, 'cause like you'll never know unless you ask. Let's see. Alright. Another cool thing about them, he once helped Hebe when he broke his leg trying to ski. Aww. That's very nice. So, like, so does Crystal have any, like, cool powers? Like, had to put in some chicken tenders? Oh, hell yeah. We finished the Long Johnson screen cap. And now we're working on the Five Nights at Freddy's moment. Where you and Bonnie are talking about Twitch-censored heap for what? I don't... Oh, wait a minute. I just noticed my... There we go. Yeah, Star Road was Bonnie. And, like, came the question of children's souls and such. Hib, Alright, there we go. There we go. Although another health-related thing happened, like... You guys remember when I was doing Mario and Luigi Brothership, and I was at, like, Zocket's Fortress, but near the beginning of it, I was having a really bad headache, like probably the worst I've had in a while, so I had to cut the stream short. Like, when I was doing Mario and Luigi, like, when I got to Zocket's Fortress for the first time, and I had, like, a really bad headache. Like, I could feel my heartbeat through my head kind of headache. I had to cut the stream short because it wasn't getting any better. No, I was just talking about another medical memory. Like, this happened months ago. And apparently, it was a sinus headache that I was suffering from because, like, a few days earlier, I had, like, a really stuffy nose, at least through one nostril, so I blew it as hard as I could. But then, after I did it, my ears popped, and suddenly, like, the world began. My vision spun. Like, it felt like the world was spinning, and I was losing balance. And all this happened while I was on a register and I was helping a customer, and I was like, oh gosh, oh gosh. And the customer is probably looking at me like, what happened to you? So apparently, when you blow your nose too hard and pop an eardrum, that could run the risk of a sinus infection, so that's probably what happened. But, like, I'm fine now. It's just weird that something like that can happen. But yeah, it caused a really bad headache, like... Yeah. So, moral of the story, don't blow your nose too hard. Otherwise, you'll pop an eardrum and risk getting a sinus infection. Dude, human bodies are so cringe. What the fuck do you mean you can blow your nose so hard you get an infection? The thing about ears is they also help your body with, like, balance and stuff. That's what the liquid in your ear is for. Yeah. I mean, if you can breathe or stretch wrong, you can hurt the muscle in your rib. Yeah, that coughing fit, I pulled like a rib muscle, so it hurt. So coughing and breathing hurt a bit for a while, but I'm okay now. I remember flying off a swing and hitting my tailbone. Ooh! Oh god, that hurts. That sounds rough. I hope you're okay now. I was like 9, don't remember any of it. Oof. It sounds kind of like my dad. Like, when he gets hurt, he barely notices until someone points it out. Or actually, it'll take him a while before he notices something's wrong. Like, when he was working on the garden, he kind of fell off the ledge and the whole side of his hip and leg got bruised. Oh no, I'm sorry, Star Road. Yeah, and then recently when he was working on the garden, I think like a bit of metal like sliced, like gave him a deep cut, and he didn't notice until like blood filled his shoe, so he had to get stitches. But he's doing okay now. Like, my dad used to play like varsity football when he was in college, so he's a tough guy. And he was also a doctor, so he knew exactly what to do. Though I remember getting the wind knocked out of me when I fell on my back on a staircase. Ooh. Ooh. Concrete is not to be effed with. Oh my gosh. Reminds me of the time I cut my palm really bad on a smooth but really sharp stone and almost oh god. I think my dumbest injury was like... So I was like, what are those paper cutting tools that work like a pen or such? Like, I forgot what they're called, but they're like small paper cutters with a sharp blade at the end. I was working with that with some wax paper for like a small X-Acto knives, that's what they're called. I was using one of those for like a small cooking project involving stencils and wax paper. So I set it on a styrofoam box. I lift the box, I forgot it was there, it slid off and landed and just jabbed itself right into my knee. And it's like, oh my god, it's sticking straight out. But like I had a lot of fat around, but I think the fat around the knee protected my kneecap. It wasn't bad, it would just left a little line. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, my dumbest injury was getting bit in the face by a huge pit bull. Ooh. Oh gosh. I'm not sure what counts as an injury. When I was 13, I've had the dumbest thing with Play-Doh in my... Oh. I'm pretty sure Bonnie had like 3 segmented ears. I just realized I almost died. I think everyone had that moment in childhood where they had very severe ouchies. Like my sister fell off her bike once and I think I've never broken a bone, but mostly because I don't do anything. I don't do much sports or something. I think the worst I've done was like sprain my foot when I was climbing rocks at the shores of Duluth. And I had to wear a brace on, and I had to wear like a non-fancy brace on it for a while. Then there was my sister who fell off a bike and she broke her wrist. Even when I was an insane kid, I didn't break any. I once broke my leg when I was 3 years old. It was quite a scary experience because ooh. I'm gonna have to get leg braces because I used to walk on my tiptoes all the time. I did that too. Like, oh, ow. Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to walk on my tiptoes all the time as well. Ooh. Trampolines are dangerous. Like, you don't realize it until you actually think about it. Like, there's this thing that can launch you into the sky if it bounces high enough. And you gotta make sure you land on it again, otherwise trouble comes a running. I remember accident. Dong a split on one and oh, ooh. Doing a split on it. doing a split. Oh, I can't do a split, Dad. But don't I blame? You know what, Star Road? I blame Twitch on that one. Sometimes it doesn't keep up with my typing, and I'll misspell something. I broke my pinky finger back in 2014 when I got hit by a doorknob. Ow. I think I remember spraining my pinky toe when I was rushing to get ready to work. Like, a corner of a wall got caught in between the space between my pinky and ring toe. And it... I got hit the Emmett walk because my legs are... Oh no. Are they? Okay, now I'm curious. Now I gotta look it up on Google. Let's see. You're right, they are 2 segments. Oof. I think... Whoopsie daisies. But we can fix that. I literally struggle to walk up the stairs because my legs are so bad. Mind you, the first class I have to go... Oh, gosh. I'm sorry. You know what? I feel like you should have like an elevator pass. If you have like a medical condition, I feel like you should always have a pass to use the elevator. I hit my head really hard on the side table. I barely remember it, but my parents have a traumatizing... Ooh. Alright, that's kind of fixed. But yeah, it's kind of dumb that... The thing is, my leg pains are a mystery. They've done x-rays, blood tests, I haven't found anything. I'm sorry. But like, I feel like as long as you have a doctor's note, you should be able to ride the elevator. I don't know, but that's just me. To change the topic? Yeah, let's... Here's a cookie? Ooh! Oh wait, I think I've seen this one. Yeah, I've seen this one. This was part of the Eternal Sugar Cookie update. He's a cutie. But yeah, to change the subject, I've wanted to do like a Smithy Gang FNAF kind of crossover. Like in the weapons world thing, I've had like an idea of a FNAF parody, kind of like having like entertainment and like the guys find like an old arcade family restaurant and they find like animatronics based on like a Boo, a Thwomp, a skeletal piranha called the Funny Phantoms 4. And they decide to stay the night, but then the animatronics go into security mode and they try to kill the heroes. Maybe that could be next stream, who knows? Yeah. Or like anything related to like a graveyard and such, because the restaurant is called Funny Phantoms for Funtorium. And it's spelled with PH because pun. There we go.
Anyone for a Chalotto smoothie?
Good idea.
I'm a picture of health.
Alright.
Help! Save me! Save me!
Alright. been engrossed in drawing, I forgot to save all the... Also made a little PFP for my... Ooh, okay. Oh yeah, I've updated my OC, my own OC for art fight. Like last year I was the Boo, now I'm the Shadow Siren. Ooh. I like it. It's really cute. You know what? I'm gonna draw my new Sona right now. Heck yeah! Does it go? Yes, it does. I think I made Bonnie like a little too round, but that's okay. This isn't canon anyways. Nope. Don't do that. There we go, there we go. I'm gonna get my OCs on our fight, but gonna use the Metopia pictures as placeholders for the time being. Hey, if it works, it works. As long as we can get a clear picture. Okay, so his eyes are a little angular. Okay. And then... There we go. Ooh, that's a bad start. There we go. Okay. I think I also made Bonnie's head maybe a little too big, but again, this isn't canon. Alright. There we go, and I think we can... Oh, whoops. There we go, and there we go. An absolute bundle of joy of an altar drew this as one of... A placeholder because Carol B... Oh, hey! Don't do that! Don't be mean to yourself. There'll be no self-deprivation on my channel unless it's aimed towards me. But that is very... Well, tell him to be nicer. And like everyone else when he's fronting... Oh, dear. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wrong layer. Also, Daria and Vanna were on their way to the library, and Daria thought, what a cutie about Vanna. Aww. what was I? They're so in love, Your Honor. Aww. Good for them. Okay, I think those are the characters. Now we gotta color them in. If I can remember what they're... Okay. It's here somewhere. There they are. Oh, they're on a separate layer, huh? On a liner note, here's what I look like according to my... Oh, cute! I like it. Should probably merge these. I wonder, chat, would this make like a good... Would Vivian in the toy box make a good gift sub alert? Like the music box plays and she just slowly rises out of it, like, and you just hear her giggle. That would be, yeah, that would be kind of cute. But that's what I also like about Art Fight, about VRChat. It's giving me a lot of funny ideas. Like do 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 do. Whoop. Insert audio of Vivian giggling. I know it's out there somewhere. I love the voice they gave her. It in the remake. It suits her. It's innocent. It's cute. Ah, no, she does not have purple hair. Though I've been thinking about like designing a Shadow Siren design for my sister. Or at least based off my sister, but I don't know. She's not into video games as much as I am. She's got other things to worry about, like being like parenting. Oh yeah, another wholesome conversation happened. Oh. There we go. I mean, I mean, you could always make a separate Shadow Siren as their own identity. Yeah. Like for her, she would have like maybe like water bending abilities. Or like the ability to like harness kinetic energy and launch it at people. Like a volleyball, because she used to play volleyball in college. And then she like fell in love with like a ball because her husband actually does agricultural work for a living. V, treat me right. I like when I'm hearing, oh. That sounds nice. Oh, thanks. FNAF what did the... Okay, so... I'm thinking of, like, making my mom into, like, a shadow siren and my dad, like, a charging chug, because, as I said, he used to play football in college. And I think they met through, like, a mistossed football, where she got hurt, but later on, my dad came with flowers, and it's like, I'm really sorry about what happened. Would these flowers make you feel better? And she's like, okay. And then they dated ever since. Oh, and Erebus and Heba no longer have a beef with each other. Oh, I'm gonna make me and my mom's a Mips bunny. Oh, cute. You know what? Nah, never mind. I thought I had an idea, but it exploded in the hangar. What would my brother? Oh yeah, I did mention I had a brother, so he would probably be like a... He would probably be like a hammer bro. Or like an ice bro, because he prefers the cold more than the... Like, he prefers cold over heat. Like, if you... Like, back when we were kids, if you went to his room, you would be like... You'd be like, turn up the heat! And he'd be like, nah. My old stepbrothers would be Koopas. Ah. And then my little niece would probably be like a hybrid between a shadow siren and a bulb. I think... I didn't realize the pun! I did try to make a design like that in Miitopia, but it didn't work out. Alright. Wait, my stupid little Sona is gonna be part of something else. A hybrid. Ooh. Probably gonna make my stepmom and her side of the family all crazy daisies. I'm assuming because they love flowers? I'm thinking either... making either part star or part cloud. Ooh! Try making it part cloud. As there's a lot of females. Ooh, okay. Or, you know those flowers in Paper Mario? In Paper Mario 64, where they're all giant flowers? But they're all sentient? Maybe you could do something like that. Just a thought. That reminds me, I should probably put my Duplico Sona on our fight. Yeah, go for it. There's my stepmom, my 2 stepsisters, and 3 stepnieces. Oh. Yeah, I only have 1 niece right now. But that... But yeah, as long as I have a niece, that's all I need to be happy. And if more should come, then cool beans. Though one of these days I want to introduce her to like video games, but like simple video games like Stardew Valley or Animal Crossing. Probably something with animals, cause we've been showering her with like animal plushies, like I remember giving her a giant otter plush and a giant Easter themed ducky plush. And I remember my sister sending a clip of her like making animal noises when asked. Oh yeah, I forgot I made my boyfriend a Nimbus person. I don't know if Mallow species is. I believe they're called Nimbuses, or Nimbi, or whatever. Yeah, she's growing up fast, and she's like only 1.5 years old. Like pretty soon, she's probably gonna start talking and going to preschool. Alright, should probably save. Alright. Ow. Alright. Reminds me back in April, we went to the zoo and my niece got to see all the amazing animals. Oh man, that's some me. Maybe I can suggest that to my sister. Maybe we can take her to the zoo. I've got a baby cousin and I'm not ready to see her grow up. The second a boy breaks her heart, I'm gonna lose. Oh man. I'm not ready to grow old. I don't want to go old. Oh yeah, my brother's wife had her second kid a few weeks ago. Another boy. Aw, congratulations. I don't want to I don't want to pay taxes. Me neither. I like being an adult. I just don't like the responsibilities that come with it. I'm scared I don't want to get a job or rent an apartment. Honestly, in this economy, renting an apartment is probably the better option. Because, like, a house will probably cost you an arm and a leg. Will outlive the old crappy people. Well, yeah. Yeah, like, smaller spaces are easier to clean. Like, if I had a house, it would be too much to manage. Like, you'd be surprised at how quickly dust gets everywhere. If I'm put in a big house, I'll go mad because large spaces scare me. Yeah, I can. It can get pretty overwhelming. Like, especially when you think you hear a noise and there's a possibility that there might be something else in the house besides you, and there's a lot of space for them to hide. Though I'm probably not helping, am I? Though I remember my brother when he had one of his first apartments, like I believe the roof above his laundry room collapsed because of a water leakage, and he had to wait for like weeks or even months for them to fix it. You are helping me pick a smaller house, that's for sure. Oh, yeah, but that was like years ago. He's moved to a better apartment since, but like it's still. But like, yeah, that's really crazy to think about. Let's see, boop-a-doo, gotta find. Oh, a little guy. Aw, Snow Sugar. I'm getting like Jack Frost vibes from this guy. Like with the hair and the magic staff. Okay, I do have his... There we go. Oh gosh, you can tell it's been a while when I... Oh no. I screwed it up. I screwed up his horns. I'm sorry, Mac. Clay Morton. They're non-binary? Ooh. Nice. We gotta do damage control. Damage control is underway. We got to fix the horns. First Bonnie's ears, now Mac's horns. Alright. It feels weird. It feels wrong drawing Clay Morton without his pogo stick. Let's see. We got a horn emergency. We got a horny emergency. We what? Subject is horned and irritable. Misty, no! Misty, yes! I'm sorry. I won't do it again. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. Feel free to use that emote of Gino's spray bottling. Or what? What did I walk into? I made a bad joke and Chet has the right to use that Gino spray bottle emote on me. I was in the middle of drawing a little funny and I just heard that. Okay. Hang on. There we go. I shall repent. Alright. I think I did this right. The urge to clip that and torment you with the memory of your words. This is the kind of non-binary. Ooh! Colorful. I like it. You could... Yeah, I saw it. That's really cool. Also, you can tell it's been a while since last I draw a character when I'm having trouble remembering the finer details of them. Which is not a good sign. Although, could you imagine if Smithy did go with the... Could you imagine if Smithy met William Afton? He sees these animatronics and he's like, you infuse children's souls into these things? What? How and why? I've been making handy dandy little ref sheets using pictures of the models. Yeah, I'm... Like, once I have an image of a certain character, I save it immediately, and I usually refer to the first image I drew just so I can keep it consistent. But every now and then I tend to forget. And I forgot how red he was. Let's see, now I gotta find Bonnie's reference again. There. Okay. Me line art. It's so cute! I love it! That actually looks like it would make a great Paper Mario character. You need to steal the souls of kids to bring your machines to life? Pathetic. I can do it without getting blood on my hands. And then William Afton would be like, tell me more. Oh, one comic I really wanted to do was like Clay Morton, Boyer, and Spiritovich meeting like Springtrap, and they're like, what's with this guy? He's all decayed. He's all rusty and stuff, and he smells really bad. Hey, let's remove this helmet, see what's inside. Oh! Put it back on and be scared to death of it. He'd be like, tell me more, and not listen. He needs that remnant. Yeah, that's true. How would Smithy and Eggman interact? Probably like how Eggman interacted with his father in the Sonic movie. That would be kind of funny, to be honest. It would be out of character, but it would be really funny. Go, and there we go. What time? Oh, we're 2 hours in and we're still on the second image. Gotta pick up the pace. Or actually, remember in Sister Location where the animatronics would receive like electroshocks as like motivation? Can you imagine like the Smithy Gang trio going through that? Oh yeah, I saw that post on Twitter too. Like, it's fine. Like, as long if the delay is for like a really good reason, like they wanna make sure there's no errors and such. Like, I get it. It's fine. I can't imagine that. Yeah, imagining it in great detail. But unfortunately, I can see Smithy like doing that. Oh, you're not picking up the pace. Maybe this will motivate you better. Like, I can imagine him doing it to the robots outside of the factory, but not the ones inside the factory. I can imagine the shocks are already torturous enough for the original animatronics themselves. Well, yeah, like, how long ago were they built? Like, 19 when? Those would fry them. Oh, I forgot you existed. Muscat? Shine Muscat. Ooh, I like her. She's a pretty lady. Hey, easy. Hey, easy cheese, is there? The shock things sound like a bot. Oh, now you're giving me ideas. Now you're giving me ideas, Wonky Womp. Anyway, easy cheese, is there like a cookie based off of rock candy? Just out of curiosity. Maybe a little lighter. Yeah, that'll do. Cause like that would probably be a fun thing to try. Like, try designing cookies based on like really old candy. Macaron, yeah, I've seen her before. I've seen like a YouTube group channel where they redesigned the Cookie Run characters as people. And I believe this was one of them. Really cute though. There isn't? Ooh! Because I actually designed a rock candy cookie. And I designed her like an old-fashioned 1920s singer 1920s singer kind of cookie with like the long dress and the old-fashioned microphone and big poofy hair and boa that's actually rock candy. Ooh, very cute. But yeah, I designed her during like work, like when I was working and there was nothing to do. Like, I drew her on the back of receipt tape. And I know that they probably don't want me doing them, but I can't help myself. They can't... Like, if there's really nothing to do... As part of the PlushCon dollar from Luigi fan... Ooh. But yeah, like designing Cookie Run characters based on like old-fashioned candy, like the ones you see on the Grumps episode. I kind of been doodling at work myself when there's long periods of no calls. Well, yeah, it's a fun way to spend time. Though I know my bosses, they like my doodles, but they recommend me not doing them during work. And I get it. I'm supposed to keep an eye on things. But like, I'm an artist, I can't not. I have an idea. I gotta make it real. What is that? What is that? What is that? It's bugging me. There we go. Alright. He just looks so done. Okay. There's a K-pop group in Oven Break. I think I've heard of it, maybe? Oh, it's checkerboard. Ooh. Okay, this... Ooh, can I make a checkerboard floor? We shall see. With a really... Alright, so far so good. No. Okay. Alright. Okay. Oop. Nope. Nice. I got an idea for a cookie run OC. Remember the beanstalk? From where? I could add like a stereo here.
We are the picture of health.
Good idea. Oh, what the... I've never played the OG. I'm sorry. Whoa. Too much. Whoa. That's another thing I gotta be careful of. When you look down for a bit, you feel the blood pool into your forehead, and then you suddenly lift up and suddenly you get a slight dizzy spell. Yeah, I'm alright. I wonder... Ooh, can I do it? Okay, I can do it. I can do it. Yeah, I can do it. Okay. Then we give it a stroke. Ooh. Ooh. I do like the bro top left. I love his bangs. Or the Sona has been Sona'd. Hell yeah. Let's see it. Ooh, hell yeah. That is so cute. It's so... I love the color choices. It looks like a discarded doll, but I just want to hug it. A really cute Star Road. I love it. Anyway. Alright. Can I make this look 3D-ish? Alright. Let's see. Okay. You know what I never understood? Like, why people feel the need to, like, put these giant stereos in their cars to a point where they can't, like, carry their own passengers. Like, I get they want to feel the rhythm and such, but, like, that just seems counterintuitive. Like, how are you gonna pick up your friend? What a cave... Ooh! Like literal K-pop stars. And their powers could be like musical themed, like being able to energize or hypnotize or like create sound like sonic booms and such. Not a half bad boombox, or stereo, I should say. All right. And then
Help! Save me!
good idea!
Help! Save me!
Oh wait, it was floorboards. You know what, it's fine. Although, we should probably scooch this over just a teeny bit. There we go. Because the curtain's gonna go here. The Hype Nova? Ooh. Or like the Hypernova, or like Big Bang. Not too shabby curtains. I forgot how dreary the background for FNAF looked like. Like, you could at least add more color. But then again, I don't run a pizzeria. I wouldn't know. Though the only pizzeria, at least themed pizzeria I know in like Minnesota, is like this place called Aliens. And it's basically like themed around aliens, UFOs, and such. Exoplanets, ooh! Or like... Or like the Bossa Nova. Or like... Or the Comets. There we go. Then, oop, nope, too much. There we... To Wikipedia! When in doubt of names, go to Wikipedia. Oh no. Like, it should be named after like a space phenomenon. Alright. Oh, bugger me backwards. I could probably pull it off. Maybe if I can... Okay. Oop. I am doing... I do hope you'll be able... I want to try connecting tonight. Like, see if I can get on an online something or another. You know what I mean? Like, if I can connect, that means we'll be raring to go. At least I believe so. But that's the problem. How do I like test it and find out? Actually, wait a minute. I should do this first. Like, is there a way to test the internet without inviting anyone? Ooh, maybe I should make that cooler. Just to make sure. Like, I don't want to jump into a stranger's game when they're playing, because I feel like that would be kind of rude. A little example as to how rain changes from who's fronting. Team blah 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 blah. That's not. Oh dear. Okay. Now here's something. Here's a FNAF related question. Why does it cost? Why does it take power to switch doors from up to down? Like, wouldn't it take less power? Or wouldn't it take more power to keep the doors up? Hydraulic, well, maybe, but like we also gotta consider gravity. Like, wouldn't it cost more power to keep the doors up rather than down? Safer galaxies. Ooh. Cool. Yeah, I think we got it. we need shadows, otherwise they look really at the Safers. Yeah. Safety issue, I think, but then again, safety. When has safety ever been Fazbear Entertainment's priority? Other than avoiding liability. Like, I'm just saying, it would... Oh my gosh, I forgot to color in Bonnie's teeth. No wonder they looked weird. Alright, and then... Unless we know there was a time before... Yeah, it would make more sense if there's, like, hidden doors underneath there and it would cost power to have them go up. Or, like, just from the side. I don't know. I'm not an engineer. I don't know how doors work. With his teeth black, it looks like Bonnie ate, like, squid ink or something. There we go. Now his teeth are clean. Okay, how can we make this... How can we make this a little more atmospheric now? Like stoplight? Spotlights? Yeah. And then... We can... Actually, what would Gino have to say about the FNAF world? Like, imagine you're the Star Guardian and then you realize that inside these giant monstrosities are the souls of children, which are probably like a good source of, which I imagine Gino is really good with children. He's like a second like father or uncle to some of them, like Gaz. And then he just sees these animatronics and he figures out, wait a minute, there's human children's souls in these. What the fuck is going on? I'm sure he'll take good care of them. Yeah, but they're also kind of mad and they will kill on sight. So there's that to deal with. And I know that the second FNAF. Oh, right. I forgot that movie is coming out, and like the premise sounds a lot more off the wall than the first one. And you know what? I'm kind of here for it, to be honest. Like, if it's gonna go cheesy, let's go cheesy. Like the animatronics literally going into someone's home. Like, I don't know what kind of rule. Does that break any FNAF rules? Torn between giving Rain wings or not. Oh, I can't wait. It actually sounds like special delivery. Ooh. Well, when you put it that way, that actually sounds like a great premise. I remember watching the first movie. It was a good movie, and then there were some moments that give me this. But that's like a good sign. If it gave you the spooks, it meant it did something right. I wonder... Can I? Okay, I got an idea. Okay, too thick. Dust particles. It sure did, and the gym... Yeah, you know you're in for good puppetry if the Jim Henson Company is involved, because, like, they did... I think they did amazing. Like, they could have just done with CGI and be done with it, but no, they actually went out of their way to make the animatronics real, like, and they had like props and everything. Like, I remember seeing a clip of like Chica getting her cupcake, and they actually were able to program her reacting to it and like grabbing the cupcake and like holding it tight to her chest, and it was really cute. Like, that level of dedication to the craft is why they're highly renowned. Ooh, okay, we're getting somewhere. I think, though, we could add just a wee bit of shading. Make these areas a little darker. Maybe like... I don't know if it was somehow someone in a costume or not, if it was actual animatronic, but it was still cute and charming. Yeah. Actually, if you couldn't tell if it was a person or an animatronic, doesn't that mean they did a good job? Ooh, okay. Maybe it just needs a little more. Ooh. Ooh, okay, yeah. The only animatronic on set was Foxy, I think. I don't know. I would have to watch the film. Like, I would have to watch the film. Or actually look at the clips, or. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Ooh, that works so much better. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting everywhere, actually. Alright. Wait, not yet. Yeah, I think that's really cool that they used a YouTube. That they used that of all tracks they could have used. Like, they could have used like something like Monster Mash or something, but they saw what a good song it was and they used it. Let's see. Oop, did I? Okay. Wait, body only has 1D. I did mention this before, but like, I do want to write like a story involving like some of the weapons in Weapons World having been like actual creatures at one point, like a Toad or a Koopa, and their memories were being suppressed, but like when a flash of a camera, and suddenly their old memories are back, and they're like, please help me, I'm not supposed to be a robot, I'm a person, you gotta believe me. And then they gotta figure out what to do about these poor folks and what to do afterwards, because the process can't go in reverse. It was definitely quite a sight considering it went to fan-made to official is surreal but charming. Well, yeah, if those behind the scene like it, that's when you know you've made it. Like, for the Minecraft movie, I would have loved. I haven't seen it yet, but if they included like Dan Bull's creeper rap, I'd be on board with it. If you don't, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, when in terms of the creeper rap, I'll just post it here. Oh, right. I can't do it on my Windows computer. Because for some reason it won't let me log in on OBS. But that's fine. I still got the Macintosh open. Like, if the Minecraft movie ended with this song, I might give it I'd be like, okay. Because, I mean, it's a rap, but it's a really good rap. But then again, it includes a line in there. I know for a fact that the Minecraft movie made a reference to the late... Yeah, I saw a clip of that too, and it's kind of cool that they made a reference like that. Although I'm kind of miffed that they got the details of the Enderman wrong. Like, they say when you look at an Enderman's eyes, it shows you your worst fears, but that's not what happens. Like, when you look in an Enderman's eyes, they freak out and try to attack you. But then again, there's like a lot of inconsistencies. Yeah, well, yeah, that's what they do. You make eye contact with them, they'll lose it and try to kill you. And I just realized something vital I forgot. Just like, yeah, I don't like direct eye contact either. Like, I can only stomach like a few seconds of it before I have to look away. I don't know, it just makes me really nervous. I mean, as far as like design, I could argue that you could do worse. I trained myself to look at noses instead. That's actually not a bad idea. I'll have to give that a try. Though if they do make a sequel to the Minecraft movie, they should have it focused on like Minecraft Dungeon with the Arch Illager. Because I think that would make a decent story. Maybe that's another game I could play, Minecraft Dungeons. Alright, and I think this one's good to go as well. I'm actually really happy with this one. Okay, and we got one more to do. If we can do it... Well, there's not a lot of detail. We can do it. And it involves Malo swinging on the swing set and leaping all the way over to the Best Buy across the street. Yeah. To this day, I still don't know how you did it. We'll shrink the image down just a teeny weeny bit. Though it would be something Malo would do, like jump off swing sets and fly. Like, I imagine Malo being soft enough to take like no fall damage at all. Like he's just made of puff. There we go. Come on. Work with me. What am I doing? I have a stylist. I keep forgetting that exists. But I didn't do half bad with the mouse. Actually, now that I look at it, the line might be too thick. That's what I'm trying to avoid, lines that are too thick, because then they become a little too distracting. I think I found a voice for Christo. Ooh.
Nice to meet you. I'm Wally. My Pokemon and I are always moving forward together, little by little, day by day.
That's what Wally sounds like? Huh. But yeah, I can see that voice. I can see that voice coming from him. I didn't know. I keep forgetting that they gave the gym leaders voices. Then again, it's been years since I've played Pokemon Go. Oh, come on. There we go. Because all aboard! Ooh, Pokemon Masters EXE really feels like they have more voice acting than the main games. That's kind of odd to think about. Cause like, where are the priorities? Though honestly, a game doesn't necessarily have to have voice acting to be good. That being said, though, I wish the scenes from Mario RPG did have like Banjo-Kazooie-esque noises coming out when they spoke. Because I feel like with the power of the Switch, they could have given them voice, at least little voice clips. I don't know. I get why they did it. It's because they wanted to keep true to the original as possible. I get that. Well, you guys already heard what my headcanon voice for Smithy is. And you know what my headcanon voice for Mallow is. Go. They should have at least had the option to toggle it on or yeah, like with the old and new music. Hence that one render I made. Oh boy. I need to hear Boyer speak. I need to permission to share my headcanon voice of Boyer. Do I have the class's permission to share my headcanon? Okay. Yeah, it's. I'll share it the clip. You can let. Okay.
Oh my god, this is the greatest movie I've ever seen in my life! It's time to start the spoilers!
There's this short about Toy Story, and it would have been a great plot for Toy Story 4, but they kind of burned that bridge.
But it was a real good short. The end! No, that's right, there's a big movie.
There's this There's two brothers. One is named Walter and one is the guy Jason Segel played.
And they're excited because they're going to the Muppet Studios with whoever Amy Adams played. You see, Walter's excited because he kinda sorta is a Muppet, kinda sorta, not really, maybe.
Yeah, how do the genetics on that work? Can you just tell somebody's a Muppet if they're born with a big hole in between their legs? Oh wait, that's a Kardashian.
Ba-dum-bum.
Okay, that's enough. But yeah, that's my headcanon voice for Bowyer. Me personally, he sounds like the demon love child of King Candy and Mad Hatter. Yeah, I can kind of see that. Then again, my version of Bowyer is just a lunatic. Like a controlled madness. Yeah, I can kind of see that. Maybe I should make his head just a teeny bit small. That'll work. I like this. I love wide brimmed hats. Alright. As much as I'd like to stick around, I gotta head off. See you around. Thank you for stopping by, Wonky Womp. Be sure to stop in on Thursday. But in the meantime, you have a good night's rest, okay? Yeah, I think this will be the last image for tonight. Well, it's the last image I sketched, so of course it's gonna be. Can I get the original colors from here? I probably could. Yes, I can. Oh, not this one. Ooh, for a background, I could probably have like a giant ass moon behind Malo. Just to fill in the like negative space. I would imagine Jonathan Jones sounding... Oh man, especially like the... What was it called? Where you faced all the animatronics at once? Like... I forgot what that game is called, but it's where you faced all the animatronics at once. I can imagine him sounding like that, Foxy. Let me see if I can find a... Let me see if I can... FNAF Ultimate Custom Night, that's what it was. I just had an idea. What would your type be if you were a capture in Mariomon? Probably Dark Psychic type. You know what? I'd probably be like an Eevee type of a situation with all my transformations.
Never underestimate the cunning of a pirate. Or a fox, for that matter.
Like this classic?
You never stood a chance. I came for ye booty. That be treasure, you know.
Yeah, that would definitely be Johnny Jones. Fairy water, ooh. Mala would be like normal, probably flying, or maybe like normal flying electric, maybe. Booster would sound. Nah. So in a Pokemon fight, I would definitely lose against Mallow. Probably. Or maybe he could. I would imagine Booster sounding more like Dynamite Anton, but more goofy. Like, you guys heard of Dynamite Anton or Anton Blast, right? I would imagine Booster sounding like Anton, but just more friendly. And obviously no swearing. Let's see, maybe I would imagine that when Christo is done with HT, his voice will probably sound more like this.
My name's Charon. I'm a gym leader and a teacher. Pleasure to meet you. Here, you should have this. Here, this one's special, so take good care of it.
Ooh. Yeah, that is pretty smooth. I like it. Okay. Boop, boop, boo, and boop. And boop. Hormonal replacement treatment. Ah, okay. Alright. Do. Oh. Bugging me backwards, I forgot a deed. Hormone replacement therapy. Ah, okay. There we go. I keep forgetting. Alright. And there we go. What would Honestly, I can imagine Valentina sounding like Jessie from Pokemon. Like, very elegant, but also threatening. But also really dramatic, and that would really fit her character. With how silly she can be. Oh no, I forgot his shoes. As for, like, Yoridovich, I'm still having trouble, but, like, one voice I considered is, like, Discord from My Little Pony. But with a more heavy Russian accent. Like this.
Boss Discord around. You think I'm just going to turn all this back because you say so? Because if I don't, I'll lose the one friend I ever had? shy. Well played.
Yeah, something along that line, but with a more heavy Russian accent because his name demands it. Maybe a little deeper too. I thought the Shadow Triad were female?
We, the Shadow Triad, are beings of the shadows.
Yeah, I can kind of see. I can kind of see that. Wait, what if they were? What if they were female? Or yeah. Like, did they specifically say anything not saying that? Like, there's nothing saying that there's nothing saying anything against it, right? So for all we know, it could be true. That's a headcanon now. You know what? I accept it too. Alright. Almost done with the little puffball. Ah! Why? Oh. Oh, that's not right. That's not right. That's not right. Speaking of trans? Okay, better save. Lest things go pear-shaped. Alright, the swing. The guy is trans and he can't convince me otherwise. Ooh. Grusha. Who is... Oh, Scarlet and Violet. You know what? Headcanon accepted. Wait. Doof. That is a dude, actually. Yeah, I know. But he is trans. Okay. Ooh, I can draw a circle. See? Ooh, well, Nelly. Okay, pretty good. Alright, and then anyone else miss like the McDonald's or Burger King play areas? I almost passed out. I gotta go to sleep. If you're passing out, go to sleep. Get some rest. Don't let me keep you up. Ooh. They're coming up with really good designs. Sephiroth, I think we need something like deeper, something more threatening. Like maybe like the original Giovanni from Pokemon. Or like Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget. Something that can echo and sounds legitimately threatening. I'll get you next time, Mario. Next time. I know you want to see the art, but I don't want you suffering. I'm going into auntie mode. You need rest. I just don't want you feeling sick in the morning afterwards. Like, it's up to you, but like, still, you gotta take care of yourself. Yeah, right, exactly.
You doubt why you continue fighting.
I have another Daisy's voice actress to be in. That would be a good one. Or maybe like Jessie from Toy Story. Yeah, good night, Star Road. Have a good night's rest. Then we feather, and then... There we go. Alright, the Best Buy sign. What does it look like again? They don't... Guess I've gotta make it up. I remember you thought of Daisy being... Oh no, I thought that would be a good Vivian voice actress. To be perfectly honest. Now what kind of font do they use?
are the most delightful to devastate.
Yes!
Nothing lasts forever. It's as simple as that.
Yes, that is perfect. That's perfect. Although, I kind of heard Pete from Goof Troop in there somewhere. I could be just imagining things. But still, that's a good one. Ooh. Okay. Then we'll do that again, but then we're gonna give it a blur. Do. Bye. It's the buy and leave from Game Grumps. I think that's what it's called. My sense of humor is pretty... If it makes you feel any better, mine's been broken for a while. It's the buy and leave from Game Grumps' Supermarket Simulator, whatever it was called. Okay. I think I know a perfect background for this. And then the moon. And then I'll show you how to do like an easy moon texture. Do an inner circle around, do an inner circle within the circle. Feather it out a little, make sure you exit out the open area, and then choose this shade but a little darker. And then render in some clouds. Well, maybe a little more darker. And boom, instant moon texture. There we go. Should probably save and then blur that a little bit just to give it some distance, and boom. Let's add a few stars. Imagine Lady Bow sounding like this. Nice. I can imagine that. Maybe a little more high-pitched with more of a fancy accent, because I can imagine Lady Bow being like, So you're one of... So you finally managed to pass my make it to my room. How were the tests? Tough? My name is Lady Bow. The reason I brought you here is because I've come to you with a favor in mind. So if you defeat this terrible tub of blubber, I will reward you with this. And that was my horrible attempt at voice acting. Just give her a British accent. Why not? And then when she yells, you stop this nonsense right now! I am not a child anymore! You shall await for my return! Like, I shouldn't raise my voice. It's getting late. I don't want... Okay. And then we'll just do another shading trick. Ooh, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right. What? Oh, she'd definitely be a star. In fact, she would be like in like those balconies, in the high balconies, watching with those little binoculars.
All gold is mine.
Sorry to break it to you, but nothing is eternal.
Yeah, I'm not really big on talking. You want gold? All gold is mine.
Yeah.
I demand respect. All your gold.
If you're not here for troubles, turn back.
I demand respect.
Does this kingdom...
Yeah, yeah, something like that. Helen Gravely would be like totes jealous of her, and Lady Bo would be like, whatever. Oh, no, not on the lines. Yeah, there we go. Okay. This is looking pretty good. Okay, but we need like a nice dark blue. Also, I don't know if Bo had feelings for King Boo, but she could... She would look at Helen's room and be like, what even, lady? There's fandom, and then there's being obsessed, and then there's a restraining order waiting to happen. Like, ma'am, I don't normally say this, but I think you should go outside a little more. This whole King Boo obsession has gotten a little bit out of hand. Lady Bo would just slap the crap out of Lady Helen with her fan, like, bad kitty, bad kitty, bad kitty. Okay, so this is looking great. Okay, merge layers. And then what if I were to... Blur, radial blur. What if I were to do a little radial blur? Well, maybe not that much, but the idea is there. Ooh, we're getting there. Wait. I got it. Feather some more. Then select inverse and do the effect. Oh, it's almost perfect, almost perfect. Just a teeny weeny bit. Yeah! Or wait. The idea is there. But we'll do that on another layer. Wait. But before that, we need a text box. I don't know what would even be on King Boo's side. No, she definitely wouldn't. She'd be like, you trapped one of my friends in a painting. I am not joining you. I owe this man a lot. And King Boo would be like, whatever. I can do it myself. I don't need you. And then Lady Bo looks at his portrait and be like, ha! Let's put the Wii up here. Did I? Aw, oh, crap. Boop. There we go. Note to self, fix that. Fix the keys. Alright, this is pretty good. Then merge the layers. Gaussian blur at 50%, and then merge it all once more, and then not the motion blur. Wait. Feather the crap out of this option. If anything, Helen needs to go seek help. Like, stop it. Get some help. Okay, and then... Dude. Can I do a lens flare, or would that be too greedy? Let's see. That's too greedy. There. Yeah, but it went over the text box and that... I just remembered something. I just remembered something very important. In fact, I forgot that with the last image too. They need a drop shadow. That way it looks like painted cells. Like inverse. Alright. Ooh, there is slightly okay. Alright. Now we can add maybe not that thick a brush. This looks like the epic final shot, but once an anime episode ends. Like in Pokemon. Alright. Okay, now I believe we can add the finishing touches. Come on. There we go. Fine. Then there we go. Ooh, I might wanna listen that a bit. There we go. And then why the static and CTR lines? Well, I kind of want to make it look like it was a screenshot from an old CTR TV. Cause those bring back fond memories. And it's kind of become my style. I wanted to make it look like it came from a TV as much as possible. And I think it looks fun. Looks more fun and cool that way. Anyway, I think we got all there is. Yeah, not bad for 3 hours and 16 minutes. Yeah, I'm really happy with how all of these turned out, to be honest. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I was really tired at the start, but now I'm really happy I was able to get these done, and I'm really happy with how they turned out. So anyway, be sure to be on the lookout for Thursday, because depending on what happens, it's gonna be fun, but I want it to be extra long because Thursday is my birthday. I'll be turning 33. Woodalali. But in the meantime, you guys have a good night's rest, stay hydrated, stay healthy, stay happy, and I'll catch you guys later. Alrighty then. Ciao.